Hi, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, navigators and pathfinders. I am Marie Corbin, your host, and this is Pathway to Wellness, Navigating Your Journey. This is our Home is Health campaign. In the last segment, we spent time naming what it feels like when you're safety net underneath home is stretching and hurting. When rent, food, childcare, health, and caregiving all are sitting on a very thin foundation. Today, I want to slow the pace down and make this practical, gentle, and personal. We're going to create your safety net circle map, step by step. If you don't need to do anything fancy to do this, all you need is a notebook, your journal, note app, phone, tablet. That's it. Scrap paper. If you're not able to write now, maybe you're listening in a car, you could still walk through this with me in your imagination and come back later. The point of this map is not to judge anybody or to pressure you into big changes. We got enough of that already. It's simply to see with a little more clarity what is helping you hold on right now and where you've been holding too much on. A quick navigator note before we continue. Welcome, navigators and pathfinders community. Again, like I said, I'm your host, Marie Corbin. I'm founder and executive director of Project Health, Project Heal of Santa Barbara County, Project Heal of Los Angeles County. I bring a unique healthcare perspective with a combination of nursing background, global health specialty, and public health policy lens. So, this channel was created as a space for women, families, and communities who are navigating real world challenges such as housing, safety nets, caregiving, university access information, college, university information. I already said that. Global health specialist information. This is for students that are navigating the global health systems and healthcare in general. And you're looking for practical tools for your toolkit, right? We bring gentle guidance and honest conversations about what systems and quality of health looks like in everyday life, because that's what we deal with here, everyday life. So, Pathfinders and Navigators, we believe that you are not just surviving the systems, because we all are. You are actually finding your way through them, mapping your support, and building your paths towards justice, safety, health, and quality of life wellness. And this is why we have affectionately named our community Pathfinders and Navigators. So, with all that being said, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We really need assistance with getting our numbers up to 1,000 subscribers so we could really use your help. We've been gone for a sabbatical as we've been recreating this program for you. We are back with a vengeance and we are ready to go. Let's go. All right, step one. Now, with your tablet, your journal, and your notebook, right, we will draw our first circle. I advise you, make sure that this is a fresh paper so you have room to draw your circles. You're going to need at least three of them. So, let's start with a very simple start. On your page, draw like we have on the video, a small circle in the center, write your name in it. This is you. Around that circle, draw a much bigger circle. This is your home life. Whoever lives with you, depends on you day to day, etc. That is your home life. If there's nobody there but you, put your dog, put your cat, put your support animal. Then, if you have a space, like I asked you to do just a minute ago, make sure you have enough room to draw that third circle. This, y'all, is your community and systems. The wider supports you can access, schools, clinics, community groups, benefit programs, workspaces, co-work spaces, faith houses, communities, and so forth and so with. These circles are just a visual reminder of something public health that we call here at our framework social determinants of health, right? That idea spreads around the simple philosophy that our health is shaped not just by what happens inside our bodies, it happens in our environment, in the places we live, in what's around us. Your safety net circle map sits inside those circles. Guess what, y'all? We on step two. Step two, name your support network. That's so important in every community, every community. Now, we're going to start populating our map. Let's put on our population glasses because now we're going to start populating our map. We begin with people, right? We begin with the people in our lives first, always and first, right? Around your name that you put in the center, jot down the names and initials of the people who are in your corner. That's important. They're in your corner. Or at least they're partially in your corner. They're partially in your corner. I mean, I don't know. But whoever they are, put their initials there. If it's not that many, you have room to put their name so you can visually see it. Okay. Then think about who they are: family members, neighbors, elders, faith leaders, co workers, supervisors, coaches, right? Consultants like us. For each person, ask yourself, what kind of support do they really give me? It's always so important to ask yourself that. Who's doing this for me? What do I have? Who do I have? Who am I supporting and who's supporting me? Right? These emotional supports, it could look like rides that people give you, childcare assistance, helping with food and rent, listening, encouragement, opening doors for you to get work, help navigating systems like we do here at Project Heal for our global health community. You don't have to overthink this. You just put their names down, type the support that feels true to you, and you're pretty much done. Many studies show that social support really, that real people rely on, that is what counts, right? That's what matters. And these real people can buffer stress and improve health outcomes. When we see the support that we do have, even if it's just a small amount, it reminds us that we're not completely alone and that, our stress sometimes tells us that we are alone, but we're not always alone, right? And when we see that this support is um, spread too thin, we can later think about one small way to strengthen that area. But first, we have to visually see it and be aware of it. That's why we call this campaigns. This is an awareness campaign. Oh my God, we are at step three. We're doing well. Name your community supports, okay? Your community supports. Name them. That goes in your last circle. That goes in the last bigger circle. Now you see why you have so much room just for that. Hopefully, you can figure out who these support systems are in your community, or you can create your own community, like we talk about a lot on our board. That this community is the people that you um, put your arms around, and they put their arms around you, and y'all work it out together. So this could look like clinics, health centers, community health workers, peer support specialists, a food bank, pantry, a navigation center, like kind of like the one that we now have with the Presidential Obama Center that's in Chicago, Illinois. Yes, right. It could be that. It could be a child care programs, after school program, elder day center, community centers like the Obama Center. Um, when you think about like your places and programs that can help you carry your load, is the goal, right? That's what we need in that third circle. Okay, now that we have done that and have identified those three circles, let's keep going. Okay. This outer circle, as I said, could be county and city social services, which also, if you have time, maybe you are, housewife or something like that, you're not always out there, go to your city council meetings. They have a lot of them online now. Start going to those. Involve yourselves in things that are happening in your neck of the woods or your country, and you'd be surprised at the support that's out there. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that I tell you guys to also remember that this includes legal help, advocacy groups, okay, and educational spaces. Another plug for the Presidential Obama Center, especially if you're in Chicago. I'll be over there. Okay, so naming these helps that you have identified, this helps you see what's available and what is realistically accessible. Okay, let me take a drink real quick, y'all. Stay hydrated, because all over the nation, our environment is just changing, and whatever weather changes you guys are going through, stay connected, and make sure you have hydration. These social determinants of health include these kinds of structural factors, right? We need them: income, housing, transportation, education, access to care. They're all a huge, huge impact on our health outcomes and how we have a great quality of life or not. You're not expected to fix these systems by yourself, as I keep repeating, but you are expected to at least identify them just by putting them on this map. And that's why you're here, and that's why you rock. Now, we are now at step 4. We only have 2 more steps to go. Go team. Okay, so on step 4, we are identifying, updating, and we are also making sure we come back and we reevaluate what we need in our gaps. In nursing school, we were taught that same type of structure with our nursing diagnoses. We would identify our problem, assess it, okay, then we would work that problem, we would implement it, and then we would come back and reevaluate that if it did not work. And sometimes we would come back and reevaluate. And if it did work, well, we're going to keep that going until we accomplish the goal that we want. So, this is the same process that is in step 4. You want to make sure that you don't just identify your gaps, but that you keep going back and identifying them until they are where you want those goals to be, right? Okay, let's keep going. If you see empty spaces on that map or areas where your name appears again and again, and you're the only one in that section, okay, this is a gap that we're talking about. It's going to look like, damn, I failed. But no, it's just you now need to identify these other systems and get them in this map, okay? When you identify what they are, you're going to mark these gaps with a simple symbol like the ones I had in the stars before I typed in what I wanted to put. Or you can just, whatever that symbol is for you, go ahead and add that so that you can come back and be motivated to fix where you need support, what you need to pay attention to. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my gosh. We are at step 5. A quick compass check. Okay, I love to do compass checks. There's a small reflection moment. Let's do that real quick. Now, like I said, sometimes some of these things are going to make you feel a certain kind of way. So I want you to think about how you're feeling right now. Um, what is the one thing that you feel grateful for right now? What is the one thing that you're tired of carrying along by yourself? Okay, compass check. What are these things that are creating barriers for your safety net circle? What are those things? Think about them, write them down, put them in a jar for what you're grateful for, put in a jar what you're tired of carrying on your own, And then every time you accomplish a goal from step 4, then I want you to go in and pull that little receipt out that you wrote what it is, say you're tired of. For example, maybe you're tired of paying the rent by yourself, but then you go and you get some sort of assistance to help you with the rent or utility bill. Now you can pull that one out and throw it away in the sea or the landfill or wherever you're near, and get rid of that. And then it put something else in there that replaces that. That's a quick little exercise of what you could do to keep up with your goals, right? And keep you kind of, in the moment, keep you present, because it's so hard to get a little distracted, right? So it's kind of a little exercise that I'm creating for you to do. Okay. Every time you're grateful for something, get a little note, and let me show you what I mean. Get you a little, let's see, get you a little note, right? Write down what it is you're complaining about or what you're grateful for, then fold it up, right? Put it inside a little jar, boop, and then come back and reevaluate after you have accomplished what you needed to accomplish. Okay, let's go to step 6. This is the last one. You always got to have some call to actions. Okay, we are navigators, we are pathfinders. Everything we do is a CTA, everything we do is a call to action. So, for this call to action, we are talking about um, creating a safety net circle that you can come back and keep looking at, right? I don't want you to leave with just a drawing that we created today. I also would like to leave you with some gentle next steps because, we love to do that here. So, before the next segment, as usual, I have left some descriptions in the description box. These include links and um, things that you can use as resources and access points for you and your community. And in doing so, I would like you to choose at least one action item. Number one, reach out to someone, okay? That is a person that is in your circle, in your center, okay? In your U box. Number two, look up one local resource, okay? We've done the hard work for y'all. All the resources you could ever need with federal, local, city, all that. And then some private nonprofit organizations, they're all on our website. So just pick one and do something with that one. The third thing you could do is notice your caregiver load. Like I've been saying, notice what you're doing. Are you caring for children, elders, and others? Notice how much of that is falling on you. And then, if possible, talk to one trusted person about ways to share or lighten that load, even if it's just in small amounts. Okay? I'm going to leave you resources. Go check them out. But the main resource that I always am going to advocate for is our resources on our Global Health Digital Hub. Go there, check it out. The website is still in progress, so everything's it's not as perfect as it could be. But we're a small organization. We could use some volunteers and some help. We don't always use AI agents. Okay, we are still a people person organization, and we could use volunteers who have skills. You got them skills. We need you. So, yeah, hop on over there, sign up, contact us if you want to be a volunteer. Contact us if you would like to be in the women's circle for the circle support guides that we're going to be doing. Just get over there, be a part of the newsletters so that I can start sending y'all information and we will be able to complete step 6, which is our call to actions. Because when you have call to actions, even if it's just 3 a day, like I always tell everybody that I work with, 3 a day, that's all you need. If you accomplish 3 call to actions a day, and they could be small, like just getting up and getting dressed, you've done good, right? But we need to do more because today is not about just doing a little. Today is about doing everything. Okay, so if all you did today was just listen and you maybe sketched a rough net safety circle net map, that's good enough. That's your call to action today. In our next segment, we're going to look at how to turn this map into one small action plan. A tiny, realistic step that respects, right? Respects. That word is not used enough today. Respects how much you're already carrying while beginning to strengthen one part of your safety net circle. And in this case, circles. You're not alone. You're not the problem. Thank you for being here and for everything you hold true. I'll see you in the next segment. Enjoy our outgoing video of the Santa Barbara Botanical Garden, where we began this journey as far as mapping out our plans. We are moving forward with Home is Health is our series. We have one more segment to go. I'll see you next time. And in that, take care in caring for you and your tribe. And until then, and I say until then, Pathfinders and Navigators, hey, God bless.